Somebody is getting married and they want you to be the bridesmaid, best man for some of you guys. It's not gonna be for everyone, but somebody may be wanting to ask you that. For some of you, somebody even maybe wanting to ask you, hey, do you want to be the godmom or godfather? There's some type of big significant role that a person is going to be asking you. So this makes me think of situations like that. It makes me think of like somebody asks you, do you want to be the bridesmaid, man, groomsman, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of role that a person wants to ask you, do you want to partake in? Is this a role that you'll be okay with? And this is somebody that's very close to you. This is somebody where they are asking you this because you are their girl or their guy. So this makes me feel this is a real good Judy, good friend. This is somebody that holds you very dear to their heart. They love who you are as a person. They know how genuine you are, and they will be glad and honored to give you whatever this position is. For some of you guys, there may even be a position at work, and you may personally know a person at work, and they're asking you, hey, Colette, do you want this position? This is given, y'all. This is given like I'm asking you before I ask anybody else. So like somebody may be asking you, do you want a position before the position may not even be up posted yet, right? Where like, this makes me think of a job where like you cool with someone, they getting ready to leave this position, or they know another person in the office or in the department is leaving this position, and they're going to post on the board who wants this position. But before they post on the board who wants this position, they gonna come to you specifically first before everybody else find out, do you want this position? And then you go mess around and get the position and it was never posted to begin with. So something like that is playing out. Some of y'all, this may even be playing out on the opposite spectrum for some of y'all, where maybe there is a position that is being opened and somebody's not letting other people know about the position because they're trying to make sure that whoever they're cool with, whoever that they're close, it's another person in the department. So if you're wondering how a person get a certain position in a department and they're being promoted, or you could have been there longer, or you could have more knowledge on whatever this is, and they're getting promoted on something, a person was supposed to post the position, but they didn't post it. They specifically went to that person before they had the post. Now, if this person would have turned it down, then they would have posted. But if this person said, yeah, you wonder how somebody got a new position that they really didn't apply for, or you didn't even know you was able to apply for this position, or it was up for grabs. So that's for some of you guys where something like that is playing out, where somebody's going to be coming to you guys and asking you, do you want to be a godmom, godfather, bridesmaid, bride, groomsman, whatever this. The reason this person's coming to you, because like I said, you hold a dear place in their heart, and yeah. Now, if you're on the opposite end of that and you just been wondering why something wasn't given to you, and I'm not talking about the bridesmaid, groomsman, godmom, goddad. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the job where you see that Shelly is in a department with you, and Shelly's getting this position, and you like, what? How did Shelly get this position? I didn't even know this was even open to, for you to apply. Shelly ain't applied. Something such came to Shelly directly, and Shelly said yeah when they were supposed to post it. So somebody definitely is kind of, whether they're conniving other people or whatever this situation is, somebody definitely is doing like something a dirty way, but you may benefit from whatever that is. So this person know they're supposed to post that job position. They never posted. They know they're supposed to give everybody a fair opportunity, but they didn't. They came to you. So you may be on a grand scheme, or something may kind of be being dirty for other people, but you're kind of, it's kind of going in your favor. So take resonate, leave it doesn't, y'all. That is what's happening for somebody. All right. Moving on here. The 10 of Swords in reverse, as well as the Devil card here. Y'all have removed yourself out of a situation that you've been betrayed in multiple times, multiple occasions, different time, different place. Y'all done turned in Janet Jackson. Anytime, any place. Like, y'all in the Janet Jackson, okay? You definitely have been in a situation. And for some of y'all, you know what this is giving? This is giving talk to. You finally removed yourself from a situation where somebody could have been talking to you crazy. And a lot of this definitely could be within a company where, like, this company was talking to you like you was crazy. People were talking to you like you was crazy. And this could even be talking to you in a way of like belittling you. I don't know why I'm getting little girl you, little boy you. So maybe you guys work with older people and they're trying to little girl you, little boy you. For some of you, maybe you just in a situation where maybe you don't have as much experience as everybody. And the way that they're talking to you or they're acting towards you, you can tell that they're using that as leverage. So something like that is going on that y'all removed yourself from out of. This definitely was something that could have been very toxic. This could have been something that you felt had a hold on you. Like, this could be a job where it's like, you've been at this job, you contemplated multiple times leaving, and you necessarily never left. And that could be a situation, somebody thought y'all would never leave and y'all left. So I don't know what that's about. And this don't even have to be, it's something, it's not just within work, but a lot of y'all, I'm definitely getting where somebody definitely tried to belittle you, little girl you, little boy you, or you don't have as much experience as them, so they definitely was trying to, talk to you in a certain way. You could have been letting it slide for a lot of you guys because of whatever this situation is. Y'all kind of let something slide, but y'all finally removed yourself from a situation that people thought that you would never leave. So if this is a company, they thought you would never leave. If this is people, a person, they thought that you never would have left them or, stopped dealing with them. But a lot of it makes me feel like this is something where, and for some of y'all, this is not even just with them. Well, I guess that would be considered work. This could even be an opportunity. This is like you need, I won't say you need something from a person because, who is they, right? Collective. But this is like, what's the perfect example to use for this? This is like in the movies where you got to bite your tongue for the greater good, where it's like, okay, I don't want to bite my tongue, but I got to bite my tongue on this situation because, such as, and I'm hearing errand boy, errand girl. So that's not going to be for everyone, but there's something where people, and it's given more to one, but it's like people, possibly a person, definitely tried it with you and you finally removed yourself from a situation that they thought you would remain in. People can be also upset that you even feel that you can. Like, let's say you did walk away from a situation. Other people were mad because you did what they couldn't do. That's what this is giving. Somebody, let's get into a collective. Let's get into this reading, y'all, because your girl is in it, right? This is given one of situations where somebody's upset that they stayed in a situation that you decided to remove yourself from. And because you removed yourself from whatever the situation is, they cannot stand it. Because in reality, they don't feel that they can do the same. So this is like coworkers, right? For an example, you leave a job, you find something better. They could have felt like, it's almost like, oh, collective left the job. What they gonna do now? They left. They quit. What they gonna do now? Oh, they about to downgrade. It ain't nothing good. This is the best job out right now. They paying this much, and the collective left. It's almost like people put value on something so much to where you rejecting, you leaving, whatever this is, it's almost like you're lost. So something like that could have played out for you guys where like people kind of looked at something as your loss, like, oh, they're making a crazy decision, or is their loss, is this, is that, and then y'all finally leave whatever this job is, or you finally leave whatever this situation is, and you actually end up bettering yourself. So something like that happened where people tried, and this could be like a mindset thing, right? A scarcity mindset. So maybe you did something that everybody had a scarcity mindset to do. Where like you doing it, they thought you would fail, you would bump your head, but actually you landed on your feet. And now they're shocked because maybe when you did leave this job, they thought you was going to be working somewhere that didn't make as much money, or they thought you could be working somewhere that wasn't as good as the benefits were there, and you left and landed on your feet. Now they still in a situation looking at you sore after they was talking so much about when you left. Now that you left, they seen what's playing out for you. So something like that is definitely happening for y'all, okay? So yeah, we got the Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles being here. There is definitely a situation where something is, and that's this is going back to what I told you earlier. There's something where you're going to be given something that and this could even be where it's going to be the issue. Like, let's say you do get a position, right? The issue is that people going to start realizing that something probably was never posted, something they never was notified about something, but you got it, okay? That's what this is giving here, okay? So something like that definitely is playing out for y'all, all right? So moving forward here. Now we got this Nine of Cups here in reverse, and we got this Hierophant in reverse, okay? Somebody's unhappy. The reason why somebody is unhappy, because, and the thing is you may even be different from this person in a lot of ways, and you seem to be more happier than them, okay? This is given, this is just one of them situations where like somebody follows behind what people may feel is best for them, and you actually did what you wanted to do, and now they're looking at you fulfilled. Something like that is definitely playing out. And whatever you guys are doing, this could be something that is non-traditional, or this could just be something where other people usually don't do, right? And that could be the amongst the people around you. That could be anything, right? Everybody around you are chefs. Everybody around you is a cook, but you decide that instead of you being a chef or being a cook, you wanted to go after this, right? Outside of what everybody else is doing. Or Everybody else is into digital and stuff like that. You're not into digital. You're into in-person things. So you're doing something in person while they're into digital. You're doing something different from other people. Well, not other people. You're doing something different from another person, and are looking at you, and they just see how happy you are. They just see like you are in the right place, you know. And this could be something. And for some of you could be the cue for somebody. Like somebody's doing something or in a situation that they don't want to be in, but they're doing this because of other people. They're doing this maybe because it's traditionally to do whatever this is, and you are like a eye opener for this person. Somebody's seeing you, and it's like, you know what? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm tired of this. You know what I'm saying? It's getting one of them situations where it's like, okay, collective can do it, then I can do it. I don't, you know. So you guys are actually being an inspiration for somebody. Somebody's looking at you and they're like, wow, collective was able to land on. And for some of you, this can be people at the job or in some type of environment that talked about you. I'm trying to tell y'all, whatever you did in the very beginning, people really was talking about. People was dogging you out, talking their crap, popping their gums, you know, and yapping. Side tooth and all. They were literally talking about you, collective, and you landed on your feet. Now some of the individuals were like, you know what, I've been staying at this job because I've been thinking this is the best I can do. Collective left, and we call crazy collective crazy because this job has these type of benefits or this or that. And some of y'all, it could have been very hard for you to leave a situation alone because of what it came with, but you had to trust in faith that there was something better for you on the other side, and it was. And what? You landed on your feet. This is reminding me of Madagascar, where all their water dried up in a savannah, and they didn't want to go outside because basically they went into the jungle. They was in a savannah. They had to leave the savannah to go into the jungle. They didn't want to go into the jungle to find water source. So if they didn't find water source in the jungle, they wasn't going to have any water. Okay, so it's almost like what's his name in Madagascar? I can't even think of the lion name. Whatever the lion name is in Madagascar, he wasn't afraid to go into the jungle to see if it was water on the other side. He wasn't afraid. He actually was very brave to do whatever he did. And what he ended up finding, the water. And what he brought the water back. That's basically what y'all are. You are the lion in Madagascar. Everybody else is like, okay, we got to stay in the savannah. Even though we see the water is drying up, even though we seen that there's going to be a drought, or we don't like the way things are being ran or run in this situation. You was the brave person that decided, I'm going to go to the jungle, even though people don't go there. I'm going to go anyway. So I'm going to go find that water because I need to quench this thirst. And you do exactly that. So you guys are being a very big inspiration. You may not even realize just how much people pay attention to you, how much people watch you, study you, or how much you impact them. Something like this is playing out for a lot of you guys, okay? So moving on here, there is definitely this energy, especially with this Ace of Wands energy, where it's like, that's the energy that you guys are embodying. So maybe you guys decided to go after something new that definitely could have been very challenging. You know, you want to start up your business, right? That can be very exciting. It could be, you know, even mind-blowing, but the challenge is going to be the challenge, right? This can even be, for an example, y'all know this is my favorite example, lose a weight or gain weight. You want that body. You want to see how it look in the end, but you got to put that work in to pick up that, you got to do the challenge to get there, right? There's something here where somebody is seeing you in this Ace of Wands energy, right? And this is whoever this person is to you, collective, this is somebody, and I guess you could say they probably thought they were better than you, or they probably felt they were better. Even if this person never said it to you, even if they never kind of even displayed it to you, somebody definitely had like a chip on their shoulder. They definitely thought that they were better than you for sure. Now, collective, I'm not saying that y'all don't get attention, because you definitely get attention, okay? You make people go very wild, okay? But whoever this person is, this is somebody that was so used to having options. They were so used to kind of being praised and complimented that when you started to get that energy, they didn't like that. So I'm going to tell you this. This is not me saying that, oh, collective don't get attention. This is a person around you that, and even if you did get attention, somebody always kind of looked at themselves as being the star of the show. So in the past, they were the ones that people could have complimented. They were the ones that people could have been listening to, right? And this is kind of, I'm gonna give you an example of what this is. This is given in the movies, where it's the leader in the movie, whatever movie it is, it's just giving the leader in the movie. Everybody listen to this one person. They listen to him all the time. It's in the movie, right? Everybody following behind this person. They're listening to this person. And then the other person has a different idea on how things could be done. They have a different perspective, maybe a different way on how things could be done. The person that's used to being the one that people listen to, follow behind, everybody starts to listen to the other person. And the person kind of gets mad. They get mad in the movie because it's like, okay, and I know y'all seen movies like that where like that's part of the movie is not about that. It's just like a part in the movie that's being played out. And it's crazy because like, I'm trying to think of a movie besides thinking of a scary movie, because you know your girl is a horror fanatic. I love horror, action, thriller, you know, even like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So it's hard to like really say what that is, but this is just giving like a movies like that. So somebody was used to being that person, but then they felt like the rug was pulled underneath their feet when they started to realize that you are the one that people are complimenting. You are the one that people are looking at. You're the one that people got their eyes on. Something like that is really hurting the person's ego, because and this is something in the past. And some of y'all, maybe that could have been true. So did you know this is given? Did somebody feel comfortable around you because they felt like you didn't overshadow them? And I'm gonna just keep it very frank, collective. I don't feel this way. This is just how somebody feels. They was very comfortable because they feel like you did not overshadow them. As long as I'm around, collectives is in the back. I'm hearing you play the back, I play the front. I'm a real, generic, it's a stunt. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody was so comfortable with this idea that you were in their shadow until that idea was debunked. They're realizing that they're not in your, imagine the person thinking you were in their shadow and people see you the whole entire time. They in the front whole time, the light's on in the back. Like you don't see that glare in the back. You don't see that light. You know what I'm saying, collective? So this is this energy where somebody was used to being in the back of this idea that you were in the back, until they started seeing that people was actually going in front of them, looking on the side of their shoulder, talking to collective. So something like that is playing out where somebody is and then with this Ace of Wands, I told you that's the energy that you guys are embodying right now. That can also be an issue for a person, right? Because the Ace of Wands is this new energy. Ace of Wands could talk about, being very passionate about things, even trying out new things, going after doing things, trying new things that you probably have not tried before, right? This is this energy. So maybe you guys are doing new things now. Maybe you have this confidence, this self-assurance, and that's showing up in different ways, showing up in your work life, showing up in your everyday life, all of that. So somebody doesn't like that because in the past they used to feel that way, and now they can't feel that way, because every time that they think that you're in the shadow, you're actually not in the shadow at all. You're not. So it's like, it's hard for a person to kind of correlate things like that, especially if this is something that they always thought. It was something that they were used to. It can be a pretty big, it could be traumatizing for this person. Like, it's almost, the way somebody's acting with the situation is almost like they're traumatized, collective. Like, imagine a person thinking you they shadow, people don't see you, and now people see you. Somebody's so traumatized, they so traumatized because they're realizing that, and if stuff was like that, if things were like that, if things used to be like that, they're traumatized by how they feel like they're kind of sliding into the position that they subconsciously put you in. Because mind you, this is somebody that probably never act like that to you, probably never even showed how they felt like that towards you, but real in reality, the chip was always on their shoulder, so it's like they always thought it, even if they didn't say it, they thought it. This is this energy. So I like how y'all carrying this out. Okay, now what is that movie with Mariah Carey? Is it called Glitter with Mariah Carey? That movie where she was actually a very, very good singer, but the other girl was pretending. So some of y'all be mindful of something like this here, okay? Don't let somebody use you for your resources or your talent and pass it off as another person. Something like that definitely could be happening where like you're actually the star of the show, but they're trying to pass it off as another person. Because in that movie, the girl actually couldn't sing. Mariah Carey actually was able to sing, but they put the girl in the front, making it seem it was her voice when really it wasn't her voice at all. It was Mariah Carey. Instead of putting Mariah Carey in the front, and giving her the position that she actually was owed and deserved, they didn't do that. Some of y'all, there may be something like that's literally happening, because in that movie, the guy that was interested in Mariah Carey, he did not want her to do that. He like, you can be big. He was actually trying to tell her, like, so for some of y'all, you may be in a situation where somebody see you, like they literally seeing what's happening, and they may not even be saying anything, but they see it. Like, this is like one of those situations where like somebody see how you being treated. They see how you being done. They see somebody taking advantage of whatever this is, whatever you doing, like somebody's taking advantage of this. Yeah, and this kind of reminds me of the Squid Game. How, well, is that a good example I should use? This is just kind of remind me how companies will like purchase something, they'll buy something from you, and then they will sell it for thousands or millions of dollars and da-da-da-da-da. And the person that sold it to them probably didn't even think it was worth that much money until the company buys it, purchase it, and then flip it themselves. So something like that may be playing out where like, because Mariah, I'm not going to say Glitter in the movie did not see that she was that girl. But the guy was like, you need to be up here in the front. You need to be doing it. And she was kind of blinded to it, right? Because maybe everybody's like, oh, this, and this, and that. Maybe she really was blinded by it. So some of y'all be mindful of a situation like that, okay? I just gave y'all like two scenarios, right? So I don't know if you're selling anything. I don't know if you guys are, you don't even have to be selling anything. You could be really good at something, but maybe another person to showcase. Like for instance, ghostwriters. You could be a ghostwriter. You got this person rapping a song that you wrote when you should have just been singing a song or being in the front yourself, right? So there's something like that playing out. And if you guys are selling anything or something like that, and another example I'm gonna use is Squid Game. He sold that movie to them, and they end up making millions off of that movie. And he literally didn't even make half of that. So be mindful of what you guys don't see the value in. Something can be so valuable and can have so much value, and you don't see the value in it, but another person does. And be mindful of somebody taking your concept as well, because this kind of it's so many scenarios I can use, y'all, of this situation, but this kind of reminds me of what's his name. I used this this as an example before, but isn't it called Tonight Show? Isn't it? Yeah, I think it's called Tonight Show with Keita Rose and Kitty and all of them was on there. The Tonight Show. He stole that concept from Derek Jackson, but Derek Jackson didn't know how to bring the concept to life. So y'all need to be mindful of what you guys say, because somebody has like a concept that is very valuable. You can make a lot of money off of this, or you could turn this into something very big, but another person see where you don't know something that, and they are willing to take that as an advantage, because Derek Jackson probably did not know that when he was talking to the guy and he was talking about this hit show and what he wanted to turn it into, he probably didn't know the same person that he was talking to was going to later turn around, take his idea, formulate his idea, and then turn it into this franchise. He probably didn't know that this person that he was talking to was trying to be 2 steps ahead. So I don't know if this is somebody that you're talking to, collective, or what's going on, but something is a very good idea. There's something that you guys are wanting to do. You may not have all the knowledge on whatever this is, but it's definitely good. Or you may not even know how to bring, this is like you have an idea, but you're trying to figure out how can you bring this idea to life. You may need to figure out how you can bring that to life by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or do your research. Don't give out the full plot, because I'm definitely seeing something like that where a person is definitely going to be, you will end up being taken advantage of by whatever the situation is. This is like you telling somebody your concept, how you want to do something, and then they end up taking your concept that you created full blown, the whole monologue, whatever this is, they take it, then they create this vision that was actually your vision, but they're creating this vision and then passing off as it was theirs, right? Something like that is playing out. Some of y'all, you could be doing something and you're not getting the credit you deserve. Another person could be getting the credit that you actually deserve. So, that could be in so many ways, right? You, like I said, going back to, like I said, you could be writing a song for somebody. You could be a ghostwriter. They getting so much praise about this song. That really could be you getting that type of praise, because these is your lyrics. This is your song. You're really good at it. But, it's so many different ways here, y'all. But this is literally giving a movie Glitter, where like she was the singer, but everybody thought the other girl was the singer, because basically they would turn the girl microphone off and then turn the other girl's microphone on and pretend like the girl is actually singing it when she really wasn't at all. So something like this is playing out, y'all. So we're going to end our reading here. The Page of Wands here. Somebody's in secret competition. And then a girl that was singing a song for fake, she has a chip on her shoulder. She had the nerve to feel some type of way. Like she was really singing a song. Okay, yeah, you probably the face of everything, but that's because nobody know that you're not the real singer. You know what I'm saying? So she literally walking around for attitude, smelling herself, and she wasn't even really singing the song. It's like the audacity. But with the Page of Wands being out here, just be mindful. Somebody's definitely is either somebody's more of your competitor than what you think. Like this is just, the energy is just because there's so many scenarios I could just continue giving with this. We gonna wrap it up, collective. But somebody actually is more of a competitor to you than actually a help. Just like when that guy was telling Derek Jackson was telling that guy about his stuff. The whole time he was telling a competitor about what he was going to do, and he turned around and became his competitor for real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is you telling somebody something, or if this is just you, you know. And be mindful here, because he basically beat Derek Jackson to the punch. Derek Jackson was telling him about his concept, and he tried to do it before Derek Jackson can do it, right? And he beat Derek Jackson to the point. So be mindful of somebody like that, where they listening to you and all of the whole time they're low-key a competitor, but they don't come up as a competitor in your world. But in the 4D world, the spiritual world, we can see this person as a competitor, okay? Your ancestors, like, that is a competitor that you're talking to. You know that, right? They're not on your team. They're actually the person that you probably be going against, if you know. So I don't know what that's about, but it's about it. Until next time.